Hi, I'm Leathur Rokk. Welcome to my channel. And this is a bunch of bamboo. You've seen this set before. Gonna come in here, check out a few things here. Unfortunately, I found another pile of dog manure, and this was too small to belong to Caesar. So I wonder what other dog is doing things here. Yes, I'm filming. Oh, what a beautiful day. I have to be so careful about the sun because I actually don't have any sunblock on anything except for my face, and that even only very small SPF 15. I guess I can set this here maybe. I don't want to any sun balance this actually. I wasn't able to do much in the way of setup before doing this video. Could put that, you know what, I see an ant going around there, and I don't really want ants to get stuck in this computer. That would really suck. I'm gonna put this I don't want this to get wet. Alright. What do you think? This is the bamboo set. I'm still trying to find the broken piece of this. It's supposed to be somewhere in that garden area. And I have looked and I have looked. And then when I discovered the dog manure problem, I'm thinking, how am I going to get that? Maybe I should just get another clapboard. And when I made a Temu order, I forgot to look at them because, you know, an order for just a few basic things that you really need can kind of escalate, you know, especially when I'm thinking I'm having sound issues with this, and do I need to upgrade my equipment, and what can I do, and what can I afford, and, you know, I don't know. This computer isn't old enough that it should be having tech problems. I don't understand. And before I went on with this video, I actually went into my settings to make sure that everything was at 100%. So, I want to give you more of a view of this. I have to be careful where I step because what I caught, that I could tell it wasn't shepherd shit because shepherd shit's much bigger. And then somebody told me they thought it was human shit. I said, what kind of human shit would create excrement that shape unless they were an absolute baby? Come on, no. And I am not much of a dog person, so I can't tell you that I am sophisticated enough to know, to be able to identify the breed. But it wasn't shaped like poodle shit, I know that. But the offending manure that I found was kind of right in front of that slow children at play sign. And then what does my friend do? But he covers it with one of the cushions that belonged on some of the wire chairs. They actually have cushions that you can hose off and stuff. And he says he's going to power wash it. Well, first of all, if something is touch shit, you don't want to power wash it. You want to make sure there's soap and water, scrub that, then rinse it, then you want to hit it with bleach. Power washing is great, but you still want to use soap and water. You still want to use disinfectant. Come on. You know, what you've seen, and now I realize I never thought that we would have to worry about watching our step here. The only wildlife we had to deal with was the birds and maybe very, very, very tiny little mammals. No, we didn't know that anybody would be letting their dogs roam around here. And plus, they also told me that the German Shepherd can't get back here. I don't know, because I know nothing about, I know who owns 2 or 3 of the apartments here and a house here, but as far as the neighbors, I don't know who's an owner, who's a renter, who's just a friend and just lets their dogs run free. It's got to be somebody that didn't have a dog on a leash, but just lets the dog run. That's my honest thing, and it's much too big to be cat shit. And cats go out of their way to cover their stuff. And the fact that this was out in the open, you know. So that's just not too cool. Gotta admit that that's kind of unexpected. You know, I think a person should be able to walk around and film and not have to be worried about stepping in canine manure. And we had a rain last night that I slept through. They had it on last night. Today is Thursday. So last night it rained some. Oh, and Garfield. I'm watching him go to the bathroom outside, so I see when he actually does go, and then I retrieve him right away, and I bring him back into my house. He really doesn't know much about even cardboard boxes. He doesn't know about cat toys. He seems to really not know about a lot of what it's like to live in a person's home, or maybe it's been a whole lot of years, but still I would think that you would remember, you have kicked back some memories of maybe having a family that loved you, and maybe having a cat bed and having boxes. And I can't imagine that his first family did not have a litter box and stuff, but just I'm hearing different conflicting information from neighborhood crackheads who claim to know things about his history. Now, he could be as old as 17 years old if this one lady has any truth to what she's saying. But still, that said, things happened with her little boy and how she treated that cat that she never did anything about. And I'm sorry, I don't have kids, so maybe I can't talk. But if I had a child and my child did something abusive to an animal, I would pull the pants down and I would give a spanking. Just like if I had done something fucked up and my mom had caught me, she would have spanked me. And I think it's when kids don't get disciplined that they grow up to be psychopaths and antisocial. And, you know, you start with abusing animals because you have lack of empathy, then it starts to abusing other human beings. And so you have to nip that in the bud. You can't put up with it when kids start doing things like that. There's never any excuse for animal abuse. And if your child is not displaying signs of empathy, that's a bad, dangerous sign. And so I think it's important to expose kids to caring for animals and witnessing things where maybe if they see something unfortunate happening, but they see that there's expressions of sorrow, and if they see that there's justice, that people don't get away with doing terrible things, it just instills on them a sense of right and wrong. That is so important. Whether or not you have a specific belief system, I don't believe you need religion to teach right and wrong, but right and wrong should be, it's very important for ethics to be mimicked and used to inspire the best in other people, and to, when you're around vulnerable children and impressionable people, I believe it's very important to show them examples of right and wrong and show them the good that you would hope that they would emulate. So, you know, and that especially means being compassionate to animals and helping them when you can. Those are very important things. Oh, I wanted to bring something to my attention. I'm wearing something that looking very profane and probably might offend a good amount of my viewers, but I got it for a cheap price as a tongue-in-cheek thing to wear on those days when churches are being especially abusive to us, when they're putting on the loudspeakers to 11 and they're using up every extra day of the week. We're having surprise outdoor church things in which we're never given advance notice. And when you get the loudspeakers and you have and not all the music is bad. I'll give it, some of the stuff is pretty catchy, but they have these loudspeakers that the whole block ends up hearing it, and they have, and while it's nice that they do some giveaways of food and clothes and stuff, that's appreciated. I've found a thing or two of these things on occasion, okay? And on the last day this happened, one of the other people that lived with me actually did a whole lot of cleaning of our kitchen. And we are so grateful for that. Things that my mother and I just could not, it was too overwhelming and we couldn't deal with. He went and scrubbed it and got rid of a lot of stuff. Took out my mother's rocking chair, but you know what? It needed some cleaning. It was partially broken anyway, but somebody from the garden here went and took it and put it in the garden, so it lives on. And you know, it opened up a lot of room in the kitchen, so it looks so much cleaner. So we get any of those people with code enforcement. The landlord and his workers bought some extra time for us, by the way. They went to the whatever the meeting is with the city, and they said that things are getting better and better. Of course, when the certain person who lives with us and who cleaned the kitchen, when he moved, I had this plastic chest of drawers that I had in the stairwell, and he decided to move it and balance it on top of my most working acoustic guitar, turn the guitar upside down, put the plastic chest of drawers on top of it, and one of the guitar strings is broken. So that means I don't just have a guitar that I can run out of the house and play or whatever. I don't have a single instrument with all 6 strings. I have a violin that needs to be put together. I have a bass that needs to be put together. I have, 2 electric guitars. None of them have all 6 strings. I have 3 acoustic guitars. One of those is falling apart, and I think it's because it was probably not designed for metal strings. It was probably designed for nylon strings, which I find such an annoying sound. My first guitar was a nylon string Spanish acoustic, and if you're a really, really, really wonderful player, you can make anything sound good. But when you're a beginning player, I think nylon strings just, I don't care for the sound. I always wanted a metal string, normal guitar, even though it may hurt the fingers more when you're still building up your calluses. It's better, I think, to have the metal and have the pain in the beginning. So, but we have been doing a lot of cleaning and stuff, and I decided to drop off both those, the guitars that are in best shape. I dropped them off here, but the thing is that I didn't bring strings, so, but anyway, everything that I can bring off my premises is less stuff for when the inspection really does happen. And meanwhile, I am trying to see about getting Garfield litter box trained. We have litter here, and the thing is putting the litter box. You see, for a while there, I was thinking that I was actually hiding him from the people I live with. So the thought of putting a litter box in the entrance to the half bathroom, which is the bathroom that my mother uses all the time, it's not something you can sneak. It's right there. And I don't want this shit to hit the fan. And frankly, there is a certain convenience to having the cat do his business outside, but still, you have to go out there. And if he just went out there, did his business, and I brought him back out, it'd be one thing. And that's happened twice already, and I watched him. Other than that, I go out there, and I'm thinking, okay, because I would like to spend some time getting to sleep so that I don't have the next day wasted. And he'll do something like he'll go find a parking lot, and he'll plop himself in the middle of that, or he'll decide find a spot of concrete and he'll roll around. And, you don't need to do that. Or sometimes he'll go to one of his toilet spots, and there's some junkie that's rooting around in the trash can, or maybe she's using behind trash cans to pee, or maybe she's changing her underwear, or whatever the hell. And meanwhile, I try to tell him, I said, look, this cat needs to go to the bathroom, and that's usually his spot. If I was going to be doing something in there, I would go and let the cat go to the bathroom, because I would figure that maybe this person, that is their cat, and that that's the usual restroom spot for the cat. I know how animals are particular about, they have their favorite areas for doing certain things, and if it has a scent of them already, then that's what they feel is their spot, and I would let the animal do that. But then again, I'm cued on to cats. A lot of people don't care for them, and so they're not really sensitive to their needs, any more than I would be sensitive to dogs' needs, except that I know you don't move fast, and you act like you like them no matter what. But man, if you have dogs, please curb your dogs. You know, there's people walking around here that don't have their dogs on leashes, and they let them poop, and it's just so unnecessary. You know, don't let your dogs poop. Let's see, is there anything in this? No. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, there. Oh, you know what? You're over 21. New Jersey is a fully legal state. And I was told that this weed, a good friend of mine, gave to me a couple days ago. Turned out he had found it on one of the casinos on the floor, and he doesn't smoke himself. And he held on to it for a week, and he found me. And he took his lighter. Oh, fuck! I thought I was going to do a hit right now. Nope. Damn it. He took the lighter. So, oh well. No bong hits on camera today. So, what do you think? You've been in this, I've shown you this bamboo area for a while. Did you know that you can eat the leaves of bamboo? You can actually brew a tea with them. And I forget what the health benefits are of drinking tea, but you take these bamboo leaves. But the thing about bamboo is it's an invasive species, and if it's in the ground, it grows, it reproduces underground, and it will take over, just like mint will take over. But the thing with this, you don't want to rub up against it when it's growing, because it has these tiny little, they're like glochids on an opuntia cactus. They seem fuzzy, but they're like little tiny splinters, and they'll get into you and they'll hurt. And so trust me, be very careful. I did photo shoots near the Barnsdall Art Park in Los Angeles, and there's bamboo growing around there, and I was wearing all this Greek mythology stuff, and I was among the bamboo, and I used to have to pick splinters out of myself. So this whole area, but yeah, where you can actually reach the leaves, you can make a tea out of it. And I don't know if it's like helps with your blood pressure or something, but I love to learn about the medicinal uses of plants, especially if they're growing around us and you know that it hasn't been sprayed on with insecticides or whatever. Okay, well, this is an update on what I've been doing. Oh, did you see I have been recoloring my hair? There. I knew there was one more thing I wanted to show you. I actually did this in 2-day segments. I did the front part, and I washed it out, and I conditioned it. Conditioner is really important. Then yesterday, I soaked a bunch of dye in the back. I used this purple that's more of a blue kind of purple, but it's still a purple. But then I actually used real blue at the nape of the neck, because I have this hair that is so over-processed that the bleached hair, it doesn't hold on to dye. It just rinses out right away, and it always kind of looks like it's been freshly bleached, except it doesn't have that lemony yellow thing. So I just threw a little bit of blue in it just to give my hair some dimension. But I still want it to look mostly purple, and so that if I ever get a chance to get a picture taken for photo ID, I want to make sure that no agency is going to argue with me and say that my hair isn't purple. You know, except for the fact that my roots, you can see I can't do the roots right now because I have to, some of this hair here, I've been taking it out, and I got to put braids in beads in this again. But as you can see, I have been taking it out and rebraiding it, but it's important to untangle this first, and the only way I can do my roots is to totally take the braids out, and I love having braids in so much. Okay, well, thank you for watching my videos, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. And this is Atlantic City, if you didn't already know, and hope I scare some real crazy, obnoxious church people, is what they put us through, man. I would love to have some kind of club night if I could clean out a room completely and have an underground club. Oh man. And have you guys dress as wicked as you want. Wouldn't that be a hoot? Okay, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.